Hi, it's Gary Snedden, guitar player here. This afternoon I'm going to be showing you a couple of standard licks, some standard rock licks and stuff that maybe some of you beginner, intermediate guitar players don't know. Some kind of George Harrison stuff from the Beatles. Not the exact licks, but the style of George Harrison. A little bit of Jeff Beck, and maybe a little bit of Hendrix thrown in there. Like, stuff like that. But first we're going to tune up. It's the very first thing we're going to do. Here's my open E string, open B string, second string, open G, third string, open D, fourth, open A, fifth, and open E, sixth string. So I might as well start right at the beginning there where I showed you. This is kind of a Hendrixy thing, kind of his style. Kind of his type of licks that he does, and these are just simple hammer-ons. I'm doing these on the 12th fret, just two notes. So I'm at the 12th fret. I'm just making a bar on the first and second string, the E and the B string, and I'm just hammering on the. I'm just hammering on the. I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm hammering on the C sharp note on the 14th fret. But I'm playing both those notes together, so get this. It's over E chord. It's over an E chord. You got that? Now I do this exact same thing down at the 7th fret. So I went from the 12th to the 7th. 7th, fret the same thing. I could do it like that. So let's do 12th, 7th, or 12th. Yeah, 12th, 7th, and 5th. So we got 12th fret, 7th fret, same thing, 5th fret, same thing, all over an E chord. So here it is real slow. Now when I get to the 2nd fret here, I'm doing a little bit different because I'm playing the open E string and I'm hammering on the C sharp there on the 2nd fret on the 2nd string. Right? And I'm doing exactly the same thing on the 4th and the 3rd string, the D and the G strings. I'm holding the E and the A down at the 2nd fret, and then hammering on the F sharp on the 4th string. So I got move the exact same form over to the 5th and 4th string, hammering on the, and then move that form over to the 6th and 5th string. That's all over E. Got this real slow. Right? And then I think after that I played some little 4th run. I went These are just fourth intervals, 2 notes. That's over an E2. So that was just a little fourth run. Just follow me when I'm doing there. Just 2 notes. Third and fourth string, that hammer on the 4th fret. So it's good. I'm holding down the F sharp and the B on the 4th and 3rd string. I hammer onto the G sharp, and then I pick the open E string. Okay. And I think I did something else there in the beginning there. I went. What did I do there? A little run. Just a hammer on. It's actually over, these are fifths. So I did that. I'm on the 9th fret and the 5th interval, and I'm hammering on the I guess the 6th there, or the 2nd, I'm sorry. So just those 2 notes. I'm on the 9th fret and the 12th fret, with my 1st finger on the 9th fret at the on the E string, and my 4th finger on the B string at the 12th fret, and then I'm just hammering on with my 3rd finger, adding the open E there. This is in the key of E2. So that's a 5th. And then hammering on the 2nd degree there, the F sharp. And then I did a little run up. I went up. So I had this, so real slow. Fourths. Hammering over an E triad there, kind of. Just a hammer on. Just a little couple of riffs there. Okay, I told you I'm just gonna do a little short, kind of a George Harrison style of type run that he would have done, similar to what he would have done with the Beatles. One of my favorite guitar players, George Harrison. It's like kind of like a little blues run. That's in the key of E. You can do it in any key, A. It's hard to do it slow because it's kind of a slurred thing. Here, I'll show it to you in the key of A, and it's exactly the same in the key of E. But just to make it easier, so you can see it here, it's like this. You go slide up. It's just over an A chord here. Sliding up to the C sharp there. And then I'm using the 3-note triad. I guess yeah. Let me play it slow and then I'll explain it. It's hard to do slow. You're doing some back picking with the guitar pick here. That's why it sounds so weird. So I'm back picking. Just watch my picking hand there. And when you play it fast, it sounds better than trying to play it slow, because then you hear all the this part here is the same as everybody knows that. It's just those hammer-on things over the 7th, A7, over the triad there. Okay, so let's do that in A. I'll do it real slow here. I'm sliding up to the C sharp. You got that? And then you're back picking right here. It's like over the D chord there. Like this version of a D chord, and I'm kind of taking my 3rd finger and kind of just moving it over a bit to hit that 5th string, the E note. See, like, and then I'm hitting the fifth interval there, and then slide up with the 1st finger. The A on the 6th string, 5th fret. So like this. And let me speed it up here. So yeah, that's... I'll just play the notes here rather than name each one off. We'll be here all day. Hitting 2 notes there. So that's the first part of it. Right? So get that first part. And remember, you're back picking right away, right after the down pick. For the initial part there, that's down picking. Then right since I start on that A note, I'm back picking. So I got... It's kind of a combination of back picking and up picking, I guess. Because that's an up pick there. Up picking there. Back picking. Back picking. That's all back picking. And then up picking. So here it is slow. You got that? I'll show you another kind of George Harrison thing. We'll keep in the same key of A here. Kind of a George Harrison style Beatles thing that he might have done. He did a lot of things like this. So that's just a simple rock lick. like this. It went just over a triad and A. I'll just play it real slow. You got that? Something like that. I'll play it slow. It sounds kind of sloppy played slow. So that's kind of a slur there. And your double stops. So George did a lot of that kind of stuff. Now their lick was just an over A, just in thirds, chromatic thirds going down, starting on the 12th fret. Goes down a half step each time. I'm hitting C sharp and E on the 14th and the 12th, and the 14th fret second string, 12th fret first string, the C sharp and the E. Goes down a half step each time, exactly the same thing. It could be anything. You can actually play that with your. I was playing it with my pick, but I could play it with my my pick and my third finger too if I wanted to finger pick it. That's just kind of a fifth thing again. Just on two notes there. I got the D and the A. So that's kind of like a fifth, the D to the A. And I'm just holding down the A all the time. So I'm doing that with the third and the first finger and the fourth finger there. That's another little kind of trick that a lot of rock guys do. There's just a little rock run. It's like over a D on the 14th there. Little hammer on things. It's like a sixth there, or a minor. So fast was. Okay, what else were we going to talk about? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit of Jeff Beck here. And I want to talk to you a little bit about open string licks too. Let's do the Jeff Beck thing here. I'm just going to do a real kind of short Jeff Beck thing that I guess Jeff Beck's kind of signature thing that he does is that he does a lot of pre-bending of notes, which is that kind of a thing. This is in the key of C. And what Jeff Beck does, instead of, like if I lick like that, you know, a simple rock lick, he might play it like pre-bent. So he'll bend the note up instead of like this, you know, the regular way of picking it. He might go like this. Put a little vibrato in it. Sloppy there. And then just a little simple rock riff to finish it off. So what you're on the 8th fret, you're bending it with at the 9th fret, and you're bending that's like the I guess it's like the G sharp that you're bending. Bending it right up to the I guess B flat. So you got, and then you want to put a little bit of vibrato. It's kind of hard to do because you got to have a lot of strength in your fingers. I'm not getting very good overtones in that. So there's better. Put it on the other fret there. So the pre-bending of that, I'll do it slow here so you know what I'm doing here. So I bend that up, and this is hard to do. Don't think if you're an intermediate guy, don't think you're going to get it right off the bat, because it's a lot of bending and it's going to be hard in your fingers. So don't do it for an hour a day. Just do it, you know, practice a little bit till you get used to bending that note up, and give it a little bit of vibrato. There's another pre-bend. That's the easy part. Right? Sorry. Sorry. Or if you want to be lazy, just... That's the regular way of just picking it, just... So I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of Jeff Beck and Joe Bonamassa, that type of stuff. Just, there's the regular run. I'll do that slow. Do it the Jeff Beck way. It's going to take a little bit more work, but it sounds a lot cooler, I think. Sorry. Okay. So remember, that's going to don't be doing that. Just start off real slow and just maybe do it once or twice a day to practice that, because you'll really, if you're not used to bending strings up, you can really hurt your fingers, the skin wise and stuff. So don't practice it too much. Just go real slow and give it a month to get used to doing that. Okay, I wanted to quickly talk about open strings here. Open string things are really super effective in the key of G here. That's all over G. How do I? Well, I think the best way to approach this is to say that like you can use these open strings in any song, like as an intro, like what I'm doing there is just like so I could do an intro. Let me give you an example here, like I was trying to think of a song I could play there just to right there. Right there is another example of open strings in the key of D there. Little pause where you go like just over that D there. I could do like that. Just a little third run over D, like you've all heard the country guys go like a. I'm just kind of reversing that. Those are just all in thirds, but it fits over a D, right? So that was just an open string run there in D. I'm starting on the 7th fret. Yeah, so any song you could play like that. I'm just trying to. I played a bit of Old Canada there. I could do the American one too. The. Oh, sorry. Talk about open strings here, so I'm just going to explain what I did in the beginning there. I did an open string thing just over a G there. And the reason that sounds so weird is because I'm using dissonance which means dissonance means a half step apart. See, those notes are a half step apart between the F and the E. See, F to E. So I get a little run there. Okay, so I'm just going to, I don't want to get too much into that because that's kind of a confusing sound, but you can, so you could start the intro with a song like that Christmas thing, what's it called? Frosty the Snowman. So you could just do it. Start like that as an intro if you want to, just like a simple little riff, like open strings. There's your open string. You know, just fool around with those things. Okay, so just before I go, I'll just show you what I did there. If you wanted to learn that song, I just want. That's Frosty the Snowman, just starting off in a kind of like a C6. D7 sus. Sorry. Just a two note there. A G. And then I went to like a D augmented. Okay. So I just played that real slow for you. Okay, I hope you got some good licks off of that, and I'll see you next time on the next tape. Bye-bye.